guys, how are you? I hope you can hear me. Sorry if I'm not looking at the lens and looking over at the screen. Instead, I'm just making sure that everything is in shot for this live stream. If you're watching this on replay, thanks for watching. And what I'm going to be doing today is decluttering my bag. So I've got my glass of water here for our little chat, and if you've got any questions for me, even if you're watching this on the replay, feel free to put them in the comments below afterwards. I think on the live stream, the comments that were done during the live stream go away, so definitely leave some comments for me afterwards after this video is posted in replay, and it'll be good to hear from you. So I'm just adjusting, I'm making sure hopefully the light's okay. This is my first time doing a live stream on YouTube, so it's very exciting for me, and I just hope everything is showing up okay. Hello, how are you? Is it Lo and Pat's memoir? Have I said that right? Tell me if I haven't said it right. So I feel like I'm shouting a little bit because I haven't got my mic haven't got my mic plugged in, so I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me. And my baby is actually asleep in the next room, so hopefully she was sort of crying a little bit, she's teething a little bit, so hopefully she's settled enough that she will go to sleep for the next 20 minutes or so, and I can have a good long chat to you guys. So if you've got any questions or comments for me, feel free to leave them below. Lau, gotcha. Really good to see you on here. I'm so excited. This is my first YouTube live stream, so if you're watching on the replay too, thank you for joining us, and I hope that you find this helpful in some way. So I thought I'd just start with telling you what I've been done. Oh, Laura, in Spanish. That's beautiful. That is really beautiful. Sorry if I digress. If you're watching on the replay, I'm just responding to some of the comments. So I've got Lau and Pat's memoir in with us today, and hopefully there'll be some other people joining as well or watching on the replay. So what I've been doing today, a bit of a funny story. I was so organized. I had an appointment today, and so I'm just going to move that over so you don't get this funny reflection from the mirror. Just sitting in front of my closet here. The best light during the day is in my bedroom, but it's just like really bright. So I've actually got half of my bedroom blinds closed because there's so much light coming in through my windows. Got these huge windows. And yeah, so what have I done today? So I got up early and I was organized, and I thought I've got to go to my appointment. I've got both kids with me today. So when you go out with kids, it's like planning a military operation. So I had to be super organized and got them in the car, and it was about a half-hour drive, and I had to allow for traffic, and I actually got there early. And so I thought, great, so we'll just go get a coffee. I really needed a coffee because I've been in such a rush, had breakfast, rushed out the door without having my caffeine hit. So when I got a coffee, had time to have a little snack with the kids at the cafe. Then I walked into my appointment, and they looked a bit confused. They were struggling to look me up on the computer. And it turns out I was a month early for my appointment. So not only was I, like half an hour early when I first got there and parked my car, I turned up to the place and it turns out I was a month early, which has never happened before. I've never been that, I guess, disorganized or organized, depending on which way you think about it. So usually I get my appointment times right and that kind of thing. And then I thought about it and thought, yeah, they didn't send me a text the night before. Usually now whenever you book appointments with a lot of places, they send you an SMS, a text message the night before, just to remind you that you've got an appointment with them the next day, and they didn't do that, and I didn't even twig. I just had it in my diary, had it written down on my little daily to-do thing on my little whiteboard in my kitchen, and yeah, so I packed up the kids and went like clockwork, and yeah, ended up being a month early. But I was really lucky, even though the person I was seeing is super busy. She was so nice, and you were a day early to an exam. Oh well, at least it's better than being a day late, right? So at least I wasn't a day late, and she was really nice, squeezed me in so I don't need to go back next month in September for when my appointment actually was. Anyway, so that's a bit funny. So it's really weird. I feel like, because I'm on maternity leave at the moment, I feel like when I was working, things were super, super busy, as they are when you're working and juggling. I was juggling one child at that time, but I feel like I was more organized. I just felt like my brain was more structured. I think now that I'm at home, it's a different kind of busy, and I've really had to really stay on point with being organized. You know, I don't have meetings and things like that, so I really need to be very, very, I guess, a real self-motivated self-starter when it comes to doing things for my channel and that kind of thing. So yeah, I thought I was being organized by writing everything down, but obviously I wrote down the wrong day and the wrong month. Had the day of the week right though. It was a Thursday. Alright, so I'm going to jump straight into what I was going to do in this live stream, and it's what's in my bag. So while I was at my appointment, because I had to wait a little bit of extra time for them to squeeze me in between actual scheduled appointments, I had to fiddle about my bag for things for my baby to play with, because she was quite restless in the pram and she was crying. My son was okay. I did what all good mums do, and I gave him my iPhone, and he watched a few videos on my iPhone, so he was fine, but the baby was really, really restless. So I was digging around my bag and I managed to find a few random things, but digging through my bag, I thought my bag is really dirty and cluttered, so I really need to declutter it. That would make a great video. And I thought, why not post a live video today and just do it today, get it done, so that's one chore done that I don't have to do. So this is my bag, and this is what I call my mummy bag. And it's got a lovely strap which I can put just across over here, and it's good because I can basically be hands-free with the kids. So I don't need to, you know, having a handbag falling off my arm, trying to get that sorted while I'm wrangling the kids as well. So this is what I would call my standard day-to-day mummy bag, and this bag is actually a travel bag from Kathmandu. So Kathmandu is a very popular brand in Australia and New Zealand. So this is my Kathmandu bag, and Kathmandu do tend to be a little bit more expensive, but it's always, I think in most cases you get what you pay for. So in this case, I think the Kathmandu stuff is really great quality. And disclaimer, this video is not sponsored. I'm just a happy customer of Kathmandu. I've bought things for them for well over 10 years. And this particular bag is a version of a travel bag I used to have, which I had for about 10 years before it started to fall apart. Thanks for coming. See you later. Just saying bye to one of my lovely subscribers who is signing off. Very, very nice to see a subscriber and chat to them in real time. That's really exciting. Alright, so back to the bag. Got this from Kathmandu, and I did have one that lasted for about 10 years before it did start to degrade and fall apart. And that is also after a few goes of it going through the washing machine as well. So it lasted a long time, and great travel bag because you can just sort of hook it over your shoulder and still have like one hand on your bag, and lots of pockets and zips and all sorts of things. And I just found it, yeah, it was a good bag for traveling. I went and traveled all over Europe with it. I took it to South Africa, basically anywhere where I was going on a trip, and I had a backpack with me as well. It was good because it was hands-free. I find handbags can be a bit of a pain because I've got little shoulders, so they often slip off. Alright, so what is in my bag now? Alright. What isn't in my bag is my keys, which I came home before and they're in the hallway because I dumped them on the floor in the hallway, but they are usually in my bag, like my car keys. I've got a key for my car, key for my husband's car, house keys, that kind of thing. I've got a packet from a baby mum rusk. These are the banana flavoured baby mum rusks, and I buy these from Woolworths, and these are the snacks that I always have in my bag for my daughter if she gets a bit peckish. I love these rusks because they don't make a huge mess everywhere. some baby biscuits that you buy will just leave crumbs everywhere, so I don't want to be a nuisance when I'm like waiting in, you know, someone's waiting room and have crumbs everywhere. So, or, you know, in their office if I go and see, you know, someone for an appointment. So these are really good to have on hand. But yeah, that's rubbish now because she ate that this morning. I've got a million piles of Kleenex tissues in the little handy packs, and the reason why I'm kind of like one of those people who never likes to run out of toilet paper or tissue. I get a lot of hay fever, and so if I've got a runny nose and I'm somewhere and I need to blow my nose because I've got a lot of hay fever, then I always want to have a lot of tissues. And I'm one of those people that hates having to stock up their bag every day with stuff, so I'd rather like put 3 or 4 packets of tissues in and not have to stock it up for a while. So that's why that's in there. I've got a whole bunch of receipts, which for privacy reasons I won't show you, but I've got, oh, this receipt is just a whole lot of stuff from library books that my son got out a few weeks ago and returned them today. I always keep the receipts so I can make sure I'm returning the right books and nothing's going to get overdue. And our local library also sends me an email 2 days before the books are due so that I can't miss those. I've got just an FPOS voucher from something. I took my daughter to like a play centre, play gym thing the other day. I've got a receipt from a cafe that my husband and I took the kids to a couple of weekends ago, so that's rubbish, that can go. Another packet of tissues, another packet of tissues, so that makes that 5 packets of tissues. I know it's a little bit overboard. What else have I got? Lactase tablets. So what are these, you might ask? These are extra strength lactase enzyme tablets, and what they are is they're chewable minty flavored tablets, and I'm actually lactose intolerant. I got tested over 10 years ago now. I was having a lot of problems like with digestion, that kind of thing, and I went to like a digestive doctor, and I think it was a blood test that turned out that I was actually lactose intolerant. And I started cutting out cheese and ice cream, and particularly cream and cheese, like really creamy cheeses. Milk I'm okay in small doses with, but I cut a lot of that stuff out for a few years. And then a few years after I got that blood test done, I found these in a health food shop, and you can actually get them in pretty much, I think most pharmacies in Australia and New Zealand stock them. These are good. So what you do is you just chew 1 or 2 tablets. It says chew 1 or 2 tablets just before consuming dairy foods. Repeat the dose if you continue to eat dairy after 1 hour, and you can have up to 12 tablets a day. Now I find these are good, so I'll just chew 1 or 2 of them, and then I can eat some ice cream and not be like bloated or gassy or have bad stomach cramps afterwards. Having said that though, I don't think they work for everyone. I do have like someone that I know from work who is even more lactose intolerant than me, and he can't he's taken these and they don't do anything. So I think it depends on where you are on the scale of being lactose intolerant. Anyway, I think these are good, but I have to say, being on the Sam Wood program, the 28 by Sam Wood program, I haven't had to use these as frequently. I think because I'm generally eating better. I'm definitely not eating ice cream and things like that on the program, and it's been winter here anyway. So yeah, these don't expire for quite a while though, I don't think. I don't know where the expiry date is on that, but August 2000 maybe it's April 2018. So yeah, I've got quite a bit of time before those expire. So if you're in Australia and New Zealand and you want to try those out, obviously speak to your local pharmacist first. I'm not a pharmacist or a doctor. What else have I got? Used tissues. So that's just from when I've been out. I've got a snap lock bag that says flat on it. So when we get my son goes through a lot of batteries because he's got battery operated trains, and recently we bought some rechargeable ones because I think we're just going through too many batteries. But we would put all our flat batteries in this bag and then take them to Aldi. Aldi actually have this cool little recycling bin for standard batteries. I don't take the like really little button batteries, but I think they take things like your normal AA or AAA batteries. So that is just left over from the last trip to Aldi, so I need to put that on the kitchen counter, and so we can start collecting more batteries in that. I've got a bit of ripped up brochure from Stocard brochure. It's like it's like the Oyster card, you know, the travel card that you use on public transport, and I don't know why I've got ripped up bits of brochure, so that's really rubbish. More rubbish. Leftover rusks from my daughter that obviously she didn't finish the packet, and I put them back in my bag, and then they must have fallen out in my bag, so that's rubbish. It's a typical mum bag. I'm sure my bag never used to be this messy before I had kids. More rusks. Another receipt. This receipt is from the gift shop at Taronga Zoo. So we recently just bought annual passes so we can take the kids to the zoo whenever we want in the next 12 months. And I took my son just for like a mummy and me day a few weeks ago, and I bought him like a little tiger at the shop. So that receipt is from the Taronga Zoo, Sydney Taronga Zoo shop. More bits of crumpled up brochures. Let's try and get rid of that. I think I need to vacuum my bag. I've got tattoos in my bag. Cool. I can be really cool and have a skull and crossbones. These are from a birthday party that my son went to. So where they got like prizes for doing stuff, and some of the prizes were tattoos. So I think he got a couple of these. Another receipt. More rusks. I think I'm just gonna empty the rest of that into the bin and vacuum out my bag because that's disgusting. Keys. These keys are like little novelty, sorry, the light's really bad, little novelty keys, and one of them's Star Wars and one of them is that the Tasmanian Devil, I think. I just got these from, you know, my local Mr. Minute sort of key maker guy. And this is just like a little cartoon of the guy saying, "What planet are you from?" And these keys are actually uncut keys. I just bought these for my son when he was a baby, just for like a novelty thing, because he was always wanting my keys, and I was worried that he was going to drop them while we were out. And he was out in the pram, and I was worried he was going to drop them and lose them. So I got him his own little set of keys, and I found these a couple months ago, and I put them in my bag for my daughter. So she has these now, and I think she can go a good maybe 10-15 minutes before she gets bored and chucks them on the floor like she did today at my appointment. So there's that. Then I've got this cute little bag that says Bulla, Fiji Islands. And obviously we bought this in Fiji. We've had over the years three trips there. My husband and I got engaged there, then we spent our honeymoon there, and then a few years ago we took our son there for a family holiday. So it's funny, a lot of Australian families, I guess, a lot of people will go to Bali for their family holiday, and a lot of people will go to Fiji, and I think in a lot of cases you're either a Bali or a Fiji family. I think our family is a Fiji family. We've never been to Bali, so I can't compare, but yeah, we just love it so much. We don't actually go away that often, so when I go away I want to go to a place that I know I enjoy and it's relaxing. I'm a bit lazy and a bit of a sloth when I'm on holiday, so Fiji is just the perfect place because you just go to the resort, chill out, and yeah, it's just total relaxation. So that's the sort of holiday that I like. So anyway, we got this purse for my son, and my husband objects to us calling this a purse. He calls it a wallet. I call it a purse because it technically is like a change purse. And it has just got my son's library card in it And I also recently bought him an Opal card for children because he's now at the age where he needs to pay to go on like the bus or the train. So that just makes it easier because you just put your prepaid credit on there and then swipe that when you go on the bus or the train. So that is what is in the main part of my bag. Oh, and my wallet, of course. It's just an Oriton wallet. I've had this for quite a few years. I'm not going to show you what's inside because it's my driver's license and everything. But yeah, so it's got my driver's license, my Medicare card, which is like the government Medicare program here in Australia, my private health insurance. It's got my Woolworths rewards card. It's got my lotteries card. I don't really buy lotto tickets that often, but I just got a card because it's free to, I think it was free to register. And that way, at least, you know, if you win, they know that it's your ticket. All of my like credit cards and stuff, I've got $20 in here. I don't carry a lot of cash on me. And it's usually a bit fuller than this. I also have a whole stack of loyalty and rewards cards, which I'll show you if you're interested. Toys R Us, Babies R Us. I think I can get, as a VIP member, I get like 10% off or something. This is a voucher for H&M. This was just 15% off my next purchase, and I got this because I took a whole lot of old clothes that weren't good enough to donate to H&M to get recycled. So H&M will take any clothes, not just H&M label, and in the replay I'll link that video where I went to H&M to recycle my clothes. I'll link that in the cards above. And basically they just give me this voucher for 15% off a single item of my next purchase, and it's valid until 31st of August, so I better go in by tomorrow if I want to use this. Okay, another card for Suzanne. You can't see that very well. I don't really shop there very often. I bought pajamas there last time and they just gave me this card. I've got my own Opal card, which is my travel card for the bus and trains in Sydney. I've got my Nespresso members card. I think it'll be much better if they put a picture of George Clooney on the card. Much nicer to look at. I've got a card for Pet Stock. I've also got a Pet Barn card somewhere, but I can never remember where it is. I've lost it. I've got a Baby Kingdom card, loyalty card. This one I think you get like 10% off in store. I haven't gone to Baby Kingdom in ages. I don't really need a lot of like baby stuff now. This is Priceline Pharmacy, and it like has a lot of beauty products. It's a Priceline Sister Club card. I've got one of those. And because my wallet is so full, what I'm planning to do, I've recently downloaded this really cool app called, I think it's called Stocard, and it allows you to like scan all your barcodes and all your membership cards, and then you can use that to swipe your card whenever you go into these stores instead of having to take the physical cards with you, because I find my wallet is getting really full. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do, and I'll let you know how that works for me in a later video. I've got my another coffee card. You can see I've been going to a lot of cafes when I'm out, and I think this one's for Jamaica Blue, which is quite a popular franchise in Sydney. I've got a Riot Club card. This is like an art and craft store, so I think in America you've got like Michael's and things like that. I think this might be kind of similar. It's like more of a boutique-y art and craft store, whereas I think Spotlight might be more like the equivalent of the American Michael's, which, you know, because they sell like haberdashery and materials and stuff, whereas Riot is just like arts and crafts. So that one. Another loyalty card for a baby shop. This one is Baby Bunting, and this one is good because you get 5% off the full price of anything in store. So if the item's on sale, you don't get the discount, but if the item's not on sale, you always get the 5% off. And I find Baby Bunting are quite good for going to buy nappies, because they have the big you know how in the supermarkets and Big W they have like the jumbo boxes of nappies, well, and Huggies, which is the nappies I use, Baby Bunting have the mega boxes where you get like 100 nappies in the box, and so it works out cheaper per nappy. It works out very comparable to if you're buying the nappies on sale at like Woolies or Coles or Big W, but This is where you just go and buy them in the big mega box, full price from Baby Bunting. You get 5% off, and so it's a lot, and because you're buying them in bulk, it's a lot cheaper per nappy. Sorry if my eyes flicking to and from. I'm just making sure everything's within view. It's my Spotlight VIP cards. I spoke about that before. So Spotlight, so a lot of arts and craft stuff, a lot of party supplies, and like cushions, homewares, and a lot of haberdashery and materials and things like that. And I've also got, I want to show you the barcode number though. I've also got some Taronga Zoo passes, so my annual pass. So I got a pass for me, and then I got an extra guest pass, which basically means that, you can see that, I can take anybody else in with me, so they don't pay because I've got the guest pass. They have to go on with me though, because I'm the one that's got the primary pass. They can't just go on by themselves. And then I've got one for my son. Got my library card, which I'm not going to show you for privacy reasons. My NRMA card, which is kind of like, I don't know what you call it in America. It's basically if you break down, it's like you call them, and they're like the breakdown service. I've got my Qantas frequent flyer card, my pharmacy loyalty card, and that's pretty much it for the cards. So as you can see, I've got a lot of cards, so I want to start using that Stocard app, and I'll put a link in the description below when I post this replay online, because I'm just sick of carrying all these cards around with me. I mean, you can see I've got a few more than this, and it's just makes my wallet too bulky. As you can see, I've taken them out, and now my wallet is nice and thin. But also what I eventually want to get to is getting one of those iPhone wallets where you just put like your driver's license and your credit card in. I think that would be so much easier, because sometimes I just don't want to carry my full bag around in addition to my baby bag. So I actually have a bag that I carry when I've got the kids with me as well. It's just a backpack, and I'll probably do a separate video on that because I need to declutter and organize that. And I actually want to buy a new backpack because it's in the shape of an animal, and when we're out on the weekend, my husband very nicely carries it for me, but I think he's kind of sick of carrying a bag around that looks like an animal on his back. So I might just get something a bit more I guess ambiguous, just like a normal sort of adult backpack. So that is that. And in the other compartment, I've just got one of these reusable shopping bags. This one, my son chose this one. It's got aliens on it. So this is good. So it's quite big. So I'm trying to do, use less plastic bags and things. So this one's quite big. So as you can see, quite big. What else have I got? I've got some moisturizing cream. I have a tendency to get dermatitis, and particularly when you have kids, you're always washing your hands, particularly when you've got a baby, you're always washing your hands and stuff, and so your skin gets very, very dry. So this brand I love. This is Cetaphil, and it's a very common brand in Australia and New Zealand, and I might even do a separate video on how I take care of the skin on my hands, because I do get dermatitis, and I find as a mum it's really hard to maintain really nice skin. And it's more when I get dermatitis on my hands, it really hurts. Like, I get cracked hands and bleeding and all that kind of stuff. It's not nice. So I might do another video on how I try and manage my dermatitis. So if you want to see that, leave a comment below, give me a thumbs up and let me know, and I can do a video for you. I've also got Dettol hand sanitizer. That's always helpful to have when you're a mum. I've got a travel tape measure from Howard Storage World. The guy in the shop really nicely gave this to me once because I was trying to measure something in the store, and he said, oh, you can keep this. It's this like little travel tape measure, which is really handy when you're going furniture shopping or anything for the home that you want to measure up. More half-eaten rusk, that's rubbish, in the rubbish pile. This is actually an unopened packet of rusks, but it is so crushed up, it's like I can feel it, it's all like crumbs, so that's, yeah, I don't think my daughter's going to eat that. I've got a tampon, very essential for any woman, an emergency, I've just got one of those. baby wipes. I like these ones. These are the Curash baby wipes, and I buy these little packets in a bulk packet of like 5, I think, from Big W, because it's cheaper obviously to buy them in bulk rather than just single packets, so that's handy. I've got, oh sorry, I just cut off. So this is part 2 of my live stream. So I've got another hand sanitizer. I don't know why I've got 2 in those. I need to put that in a different bag. I've got a lot of double ups here actually. Got another thing of lactase. This one's probably expired. Oh, December 2017, so I should use that one first. Another packet of baby wipes. You can never have too many baby wipes, so I'm going to keep those in there because if I take them out, guaranteed I'm going to use the last ones of that other packet and run out. And these ones are wipes as well, but these are antibacterial ones. I actually use these to wipe down the handles of like shopping trolleys and stuff before I put my daughter into them, because she tends to, you know, the ends of the seat belts that you click them into as well, she will chew those. So you know, yuck, lots of germs and stuff. So I will just quickly wipe down that area. And then also when we go to a cafe, I'll, particularly if it looks really dirty and it's obvious they haven't been cleaned in a while, I will clean down a high chair really quickly. Just give it a quick wipe with one of these antibacterial wipes before I put my daughter in the high chair. So yeah, I know a lot of people say what doesn't kill them make them stronger. That is my sort of general attitude. I'm a lot more relaxed with my second child, but with high chairs and trolleys, I like to give them a clean. So that is all in that part of my bag. And then I just have a whole lot of Band-Aids. So never go wrong with Band-Aids. And yeah, that is pretty much it. And then in this pocket, this is where I put all the rubbish. So I've got, I remember I've got some old wipes that I can chuck out that I might have used those to wipe down a high chair and that sort of thing. So that is what's in my bag. So I think I can pretty much put back, yeah, I'm not going to put it back now because I don't know if you can see that. There's all these like leftover rusks and crumbs in my bag. So I'm going to do that after I get off the live stream, and then I'm going to put stuff back. And what I'll do is I'll post a photo of what I'm keeping in my bag and post that on Insta and Facebook for you guys. So alright, so this live stream, well, part 2 of this live stream as well as part 1 is getting quite long, so I think I will leave it there. And yeah, I've got quite a lot of stuff in my rubbish piles, mainly receipts and just general paper and old rusks and wipes and tissues and things like that. And I've obviously got a lot of double ups as well. So I had 2 hand sanitizers, 2 of these, 2 of these, and 5 of these. So yeah, I guess I'm kind of like a Girl Scout. I guess I'm always prepared, but yeah, I definitely don't need 2 hand sanitizers and 2 things of lactase tablets. So that is why it was always a good idea to periodically go through your bag, and then at some later stage, maybe later this week or next week, I will go through my baby bag. I want to go and buy a backpack, like I said, that's not shaped like an animal, so that my husband is not embarrassed carrying it around the shops on the weekends. And yeah, I will film that video for you at some point, or I may do another live stream. I think Thursdays around this time are a good time. Otherwise, yeah, let me know what else you would like to see in terms of video topics or live stream topics as well, whether you prefer doing sort of a wine time thing on a Friday night, which I think would probably be more like a Saturday morning for Australia and Friday night in America, or Friday night in Australia and like a Friday morning in America. So just with the time difference, just depending on where you are. So I know there's a lot of other people in a lot of other countries as well that may be viewing this. Alright guys, if you are new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please click the red subscribe button down below. And I post content weekly, so I do a lot of practical tips to help busy mums, or anyone who's busy in general, but particularly mamas who basically are under the pump and they want tips to simplify and make their life easier. So I do a lot of sort of home cleaning, sort of organizational, and I'm going to do more mummy tips as well. And Ernie's just joined me. Say hello to Ernie. This is Ernie the rag doll. He's featured in some of my videos, and you're just in time for the end of the live stream to help me sign off. You say hello? Yeah, he's a bit camera shy, aren't you? A bit starstruck, aren't you? So yeah, if you haven't already subscribed, click that red button below for weekly videos. And I'm trying to upload more than once a week, but I will always upload at least once a week. But I'm trying to mix it up a little bit with live streams and things like that. And I've got some exciting new videos coming. There's one that I'm working on at the moment that will be posted over the weekend, and then I've got some other stuff planned for later next week. So yeah, definitely subscribe and hit that little bell button next to the subscribe button so you can get notifications of when those videos go up. And you can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. I'm often posting stuff on there as well. And yeah, thank you for watching and for joining me for this chat. And if you're watching the replay, leave a comment below, give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!